All right, let's get right into it. We're talking about a brand that's pretty much everywhere you look, McDonald's. But this isn't a story about the Big Mac. Nope. This is about how one of the most famous fast food chains on the planet basically became a tech company. I mean, that's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? When you're that big, it feels like the only direction to go is down. For McDonald's, staying on top meant they had to completely reinvent themselves. And that's the incredible story we're going to unpack. So before we get to all the cool tech and the amazing results, we need to go back a bit. We've got to understand the pressure cooker McDonald's found itself in. Because before this massive turnaround, this giant was in some serious trouble. Think about the mid-2010s. It was kind of like a perfect storm was brewing. People's tastes were changing, and you had all these new, fast casual places popping up and grabbing a slice of the pie. And on top of that, what we, the customers, expected was changing big time. We wanted everything faster, we wanted it to be more convenient, and we wanted it to feel, personal. The old way of just slinging burgers just wasn't going to cut it anymore. So what do you do when you're facing a storm like that? Well, you've got to draw up a whole new map. For McDonald's, that map was called the Velocity Growth Plan, and it was their secret recipe for a total reinvention. So this plan, which they launched back in 2017, wasn't just about getting fancy new gadgets for the sake of it. No, the mission was super clear. Use technology to make the experience for the customer way, way better, and at the exact same time, make the restaurants run a lot more smoothly. And the whole thing really came down to three main pillars. First, put digital right at the very heart of everything they do. Second, go big on delivery. Get the food to people wherever they may be. And third, completely redesign the actual restaurants for what they called an experience of the future. It was a full-on, three-pronged attack. Having a great plan is one thing, but making it happen, that's everything. So let's take a look at how McDonald's actually brought this digital dream to life. And this is so important. McDonald's got that a digital change isn't just about software, it's about the people behind it. So before they could build a single new thing, they had to build the right team, from the inside out. So what did they do? They went on a hiring spree. They brought in whole teams of data scientists and engineers. They even built a brand new department focused just on digital customer engagement. And the big lesson here for any business, really, is simple. Don't just outsource your innovation. You've got to build that engine inside your own walls. Okay, so you've got the team. Now, where do you start? Well, you go right for the heart of the business, the most iconic part, the drive-thru. But they didn't just want to make it faster, they wanted to make it smarter. So they started using voice AI to take orders, and the results were immediate and huge. First off, order accuracy shot up, which means happier people, and wait times went way down, which means they could serve more customers. It was just a clear win-win. But they didn't stop there. Just being faster wasn't enough. The next level, the real magic, was about using all this new tech and data to make the experience feel like it was designed just for you. It was all about making it personal. Seriously, imagine pulling up to the drive-thru and the menu board kinda knows what you might want. That's what they built. Using AI, the digital menu could actually change based on the time of day, how busy the restaurant was, what the weather was like, or even what was super popular at that very second. That is a massive leap from a static plastic sign. And moving beyond the drive-thru, the big strategy was to digitize the entire way you order. The goal was to give customers complete control, letting them order however and wherever they wanted. To pull that off, they poured a ton of resources into their mobile app, they teamed up with delivery services like Uber Eats, and they put those self-ordering kiosks right inside the restaurants. The mission was simple: be everywhere your customer is. So, after all of this money, all of this change, all this new technology, did it actually pay off? Did the plan work? Let's look at the results. Let's start with just one number: 23%. This one number really tells the story of everything we've just talked about. So what is that 23%? Well, that's the jump in digital orders between 2017, right when the Velocity Plan started, and 2020. This chart right here shows a huge shift in how customers were ordering, all because of the new digital tools they put in place. It's pretty powerful proof that the strategy was working. And the success wasn't just in that one number. Customer satisfaction scores went up. The average amount people spent went up thanks to those smart, personalized suggestions. And the restaurants themselves just started running better. It was a win all across the board. But of course, here's the thing about business and tech.
you never really cross a finish line, do you? A big success like this is really just the start of a whole new journey. And for McDonald's, that new journey comes with its own set of challenges.
For one, they still have to figure out how to balance the experience for someone who wants the traditional, old-school service with someone who is totally digital first. They also have to make sure all these new tools work the same way across thousands of different franchise locations. And of course, they've got to keep up with technology that seems to change faster every single day. So when you look at this whole story, what are the big takeaways? What are the key lessons we can all learn from how McDonald's completely reinvented itself?
I think this is the most important lesson of all. It was a fundamental shift in mindset. McDonald's stopped looking at technology as just another cost, something to manage. Instead, they started seeing it as the main engine for making the customer experience better and for driving real growth. That change in perspective, well, it's everything.
And if you boil it all down, if you strip everything else away, this is what you're left with. Every single thing we've talked about, the new engineers, the voice AI, the personalized menus, the app, it was all pointing in one single direction. It was all about the customer. So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Every business, every organization has a drive-through. It's that one core thing that really defines the experience for your customer. The real question is, what's yours? And how could technology totally, completely reinvent it?